Welcome back to Live at 9. Brooks Fortenberry, it's been a second since you came in. Performance therapy, a physical therapist. And we've talked about knee, we've talked about back, but I want to do something in the upper body today. Your wrist. It's not that big. Nope. You got two of them, though. And so, wrist. What is maybe some of the biggest issues that people run into?
A lot of overuse injuries. You would think, you know, that it can be common with everything, but wrist, hopefully we're not picking up just incredibly heavy things all the time, but a lot of times we're doing things over and over and over and over again and start to wear out a little bit.
And can you get arthritis in your wrist? Because I know a lot of people think about fingers. Is that something you can also?
Any of the joints, you know, especially the ones you're overusing a lot, can always be susceptible to arthritis.
All right, and so if someone comes into your workplace and they say, hey, I'm having wrist pain, does it matter if it's on the inside or the outside?
Yeah, you're going to look at through every, I mean, there's muscles that are running all throughout there that create different movements. You just go in joint by joint and just testing out different muscle groups and finding the root cause of everything.
And then do you ever work with the forearm too?
Yes.
And the fingers, just because your wrist is connected to those?
Yeah, everything kind of ties in together. Those wrist muscles that are creating all those hand movements, I mean, there's small muscles in there, but they all run up, and a lot of them connect at the extensor bundle here.
So are you saying that you could have pain here and that's been caused by your wrist?
Oh, 100%. You know,
100%. He didn't even hesitate.
You see people that have like overuse injuries will throw on a little tendonitis band there at times, and it's all because those muscle groups are running there. That's where the meatier part of the muscle is, and it just becomes tendons and runs all through the wrist, lower down.
Well, we don't just bring in Brooks to talk, so let's show us something. All right.
And one thing I wanted to make a comment about too, grip strength is an excellent correlator to mortality, more than sometimes even like a systolic blood pressure number.
Whoa.
I know, it's great.
Wait. Let's start that over, because when people say something like that, hold on, are you catching this?
Well, you think about it though, of like the grip strength has a good correlator to how we are physically. You think of a elderly person that's fairly weak, you know, obviously you would assume they not have good grip strength, and but the grip strength is a good indicator of where we stand physically. You know?
Got it. So how much can they just hold on a...
How much can they squeeze? How much can they hold? How well can they move and manipulate objects?
And that can tell you a lot about their health.
Yeah, their overall mortality, you know.
That's so interesting. You never would think that that would be the case. But let's go and let's show off some things to get that grip strength good and get you healthy.
There's a couple of like good strengthening exercises I enjoy having people doing. We have flex bar in the clinic, but at home you could get a towel and like wrap it with tape.
Where were you hiding that towel?
I was hiding it in the back pocket the whole time. But just have them doing simple exercises of bending down like this.
And where's this working?
Wrist up. That's creating supination. Supination is that movement of turning there. So there's a supinator muscle, and there's other muscles that help with that. The biceps actually help with that.
And I bet you're going to feel that in your forearm here too, right?
You feel that even a little bit in the bicep, because it does activate a little bit too. But then we do like the pronated with the people.
And you're saying do this with what at home if you have a chance?
Get a towel. You can towel. You need to put a lot of tape with it so it kind of holds together. But you could do along the same lines of that, of coming up, and then of also doing twisting.
Oh, like you're gonna would it be good to put it in water and literally go through the whole process? I guess
you could. I mean, if that's a functional activity for what you do too, go ahead and use that.
All right, so this is something that maybe not everyone has at the house.
No, that's what I'm saying. I did want to bring the at-home version.
I can feel it almost in my shoulders too. I mean, I'm trying to stay.
I'll have a lot of my neck patients go through these too, because you know, if somebody has a pinched nerve and their arms are weak because of that, we do a lot of wrist strengthening exercises with them too.
You must be strong, because this thing is actually...
I'm gonna bring that light one for you now. I always got to challenge you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's interesting. Okay.
We have people do it, you can actually hold on the top too and do it as a bottle opener. Our OT taught me that one. But to have people go through like that, like this truly a functional activity of having them doing...
We don't want to tighten our stuff so that we can't open a bottle, but you could just keep trying to tighten it, right? And work your grip strength.
Gotta be able to get that pickle jar open, you know?
All right, so we talk about grip strength, talk about the wrist. Thumb, a big activation in this?
Yes, and there's so many different movements of the thumb because of how it is. But we have flexion and extension of the thumb. We have adduction and abduction. We have circumduction. We have horizontal, or not horizontal abduction, but I mean just a bunch of different movements of the thumb. And it plays a big role in our grip, however we grab things.
This might be the most fascinating body part that we've actually done in here, because we all think about the knee, the back as major injury places, your shoulders.
Yeah.
But yet the wrist, it seems like it's so fascinating for something that is so small to have such a big impact.
Yeah, and like I say, whether it's our middle-aged in the workplace that have overuse injuries from a heavy lifting job, or desk typing job, or the elderly that are struggling to do some of the fine motor stuff at their home.
Interesting. Now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we have you on, we always have you on for a second segment because it's always so interesting. There's a hammer on here, so I'm excited to see what... No, I'm just
It's like a turnover chain.
The turnover chain, right, exactly.
Turnover hammer.
So we're going to work with a hammer, and we're going to show you how a hammer can get your wrist and your grip strength really well.